Right now, a local nonprofit in Augusta is making it easier to access care for our four-legged friends, offering wellness and non-urgent appointments.
The Maine Animal Health Alliance provides high-quality exams to animals in need and strives to support the bond between you and your pet. Joining us this morning is the Director of Operations, John Florida, and the Executive Director and Lead Veterinarian, Beth Sperry. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the Alliance and your mission?
Yeah, I mean, our main mission is to spay and neuter cats and dogs. We've also started offering some basic wellness just to sort of help offer vaccines and stuff to help kind of close the gap for folks. COVID had a big impact and has kind of slowed down people's ability to kind of access vet care. So we're trying to bridge the gap.
So those services, spay and neutering, why is that so important right now?
It's been shown that spaying and neutering is the best method that we have to fight the animal overpopulation problem, you know, nationally and internationally. So it also keeps animals healthy, live longer lives, and because we're a nonprofit, we're really there to help Maine families with financial needs. So,
Any other services that you provide in addition to those?
We will sometimes do kind of emergency surgeries as we have capacity to do so, but it's really case by case. So many people need help with spay and neuter and those basic vaccines that our time is typically pretty booked.
So are there qualifications that you need to visit your clinic?
Anyone is welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how has it been? I mean, is it constantly busy? I mean, are you being inundated? Like, what's it like these days?
Yeah, I mean, we're booking out 2 or so months, fully booked.
Wow.
So bear with us. We're trying to help as many people as we can, as quickly as we can. But yeah, we're staying busy. There's definitely a need for us. We're helping. We're seeing a lot of families from a lot of different situations. And we're helping so many people. So I don't think we're going anywhere.
Can you give us like a price breakdown here? So like how are they lower than a typical vet?
Yeah, so for cats, it's 110, 130 based on male versus female. Dogs, anywhere from 275 to 500, 500 being like a 90-pound plus. So, but we subsidize a lot of our costs by getting discounts as a nonprofit, things like that. And our vets are so skilled at what they do, they're able to do more in a day. So we're able to kind of reduce that price and pass those savings along to the,
Beth, how many a day?
30 to 40
What?
spay neuters a day.
Wow.
I have 2 colleagues who work at Maine Animal Health Alliance as well, and we've all had what's called high quality, high volume spay neuter training, which is a model that came out of Asheville, North Carolina. It's now been taken over by ASPCA, and the model is that when you repeat the same procedure over and over, you become very efficient, you know, and our entire staff is trained. Our quality of care is very high. We use gas anesthesia, pain medication, but we do the same thing over and over, and we're very good at what we do.
Wow.
So, yeah, and that allows us to keep our costs low and to help more people, more animals.
Can you talk about the importance of keeping pets and people together, and you know, making sure that there's no barriers or there's no reason that, you know, if you can't afford, you know, one of these, you know, procedures that you would then have to, you know, separate or give up the pet?
Yeah, I think Beth and I both come from an animal shelter background, so we've seen it firsthand. And, you know, shelters aren't ideal places, you know, for a pet. And we love to be able to keep them in a home where they're already cared for, they're comfortable, they're loved, all that. And sometimes, you know, something as simple as getting a rabies vaccine, you know, can, you know, put them up for potentially being relocated, which is a shame for something that we can provide pretty easily. So yeah, you know, and a lot of like housing is difficult these days. So, and a lot of times they require them to be spayed or neutered. So
That's a good point.
us sort of helping do that simple sort of task for us to keep them in a loving home is fantastic. So.
You know, at one point I actually thought I wanted to be a vet, and I went and I shadowed at a spay and neuter clinic. Mad respect for what you do on a daily basis. So do visitors need to make an appointment, and how can they do so?
Yeah, it's all appointment based.
Okay.
You can schedule right on our website, or you can call us. If we don't answer, we'll call you back, I promise.
Just busy.
Any other, your future plans? Obviously you're very busy, but any thoughts on whether you would like expand services in the future or things like that? What are some conversations happening right now?
I mean, part of our mission is to respond to the Maine community and provide what people seem to need. We've already been spaying and neutering cats and dogs from all 16 counties. As John said, we have begun to offer some emergency surgeries when people find the only other option, if they can't afford an urgent surgery elsewhere, the only other option would be humane euthanasia, surrendering to a shelter. So we'll take on those cases on a case-by-case basis. So we'd like to continue what we're doing, expand our services, and grow the organization so we can
What are people
keep
saying to
serving more
you?
pets and people.
Yeah, what's the response been,
Yeah.
from families?
Oh, people have been very appreciative. Like I said, especially up north, vet
good
coverage. We call it a vet desert. A lot of clinics have closed down, so they can't even get in somewhere, let alone, be able to afford whatever the price may or may not be. So yeah, it's really difficult, but people have been super, super appreciative, and we're trying to listen to them and offer them what they need.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our future: is what does the community need? Let's do it.
Amazing. And is there a website where people can go to make an appointment and find out more about what you offer?
Yeah, our website is maineanimalhealth.org. It's Maine like the state.
Amazing.
Thank you both for joining us and showing us what you do
Yeah,
on a daily
thank you
basis.
for your hard work and keeping these pets with their families and healthy.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Awesome. All right, coming up, meteorologist Christian Bridges